Let's talk about grammar. Now, paano ba masagutan yung grammar items? First, just understand the basic structure. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga basic structure? For example, yung subject-verb agreement. Ganon. Of course, you learn the rules. Alin ba yung nauna? Kailan ba gagamitin yung is, yung are, yung past tense, present tense, future tense? Mga ganon. But, again, right. I'm sure most of the books na you nabasa natin, they're English. Most of the movies that you've watched, they're English, right? Kaya nga, sa Pilipinas, basic lang sa mga tao yung English. Kahit nga mali yung grammar mo sa Facebook post mo, you'll be criticized, di ba? Kasi sobrang talino ng English ng mga tao sa atin. So, yeah, it's not anything that you don't know. And then, so first, you also know, it's important that you know the parts of speech. Pay attention to the context. So, hindi lang structure, hindi lang enough na maintindihan mo yung structure, you also understand kung anong nangyayari sa sentence para malaman mo kung ano ang hinahanap. So, this is very useful lalo na sa reading comprehension. Diba? Dapat maintindihan mo rin yung sentence, not just the structure. And, of course, you proofread your answers. So, bago mo sagutin, you have to at least double check, triple check kung you think final na ba, na yan na yung most intelligent answer mo, okay? Just to be sure. So, first, we will start with the grammar. I will be discussing rules, and then pagkatapos niyan, we will apply directly. So, in my long time lecturing, yung rule ko talaga is the best way to fully understand something is to actually do it. Diba? Sabi nga nila, experience is the best teacher. So kapag may nalaman ka sa isip mo, maiintindihan mo lang yung 100% kapag nagawa mo na. So here, I will be talking about, basic rules lang naman. And then we will apply right away, okay? Okay, we will start. And please comment the answers. Comment the answers kung may sagot man kayo. So we will start with nouns. If you say singular, parang ikaw, single. It's only one. Plural, it's more than one. So, paano kung two lang? No, it's already plural. More than one na whatever. Next one. So, we have here the linking and modal verbs. So, yung is, yung present tense. Kapag past tense naman, or natapos na, or kahapon, that will be was. You'll know this already. I think grade 2 pa lang kayo. No, you already know this one. We have are. We use this for plural. And kapag past tense naman, it will be were. And for the future tense, we use will. Doesn't matter kung singular or plural, we use will kasi hindi pa naman nangyayari. Okay, next. O, diba? Answer ka agad. Guys, comment your answers. Reading books. Blank, my favorite hobby. Is it is, are, where, or will? So dito, we can remove were, yung past tense ng are, and we can also remove will, yung future tense. So, is and are, we're left with that. And the answer here is, if you're talking about hobby niya, yung pagbabasa, it's just pagbabasa. So, it's is, okay? Sometimes kasi, lalo na pagdating natin doon, sobrang tense natin, talagang kinakabahan tayo. So, yung mababasa natin is yung books lang na plural. Books, so plural. So, focus on the subject, okay? So, yung reading or pagbabasa, which is only one, or which is, i-discuss natin yan mamaya, that is is, okay? So, reading books is my favorite hobby. So, wag magpalinlang sa books, okay? So, attention, guys. Okay, so the answer is letter A. Let's proceed. TikTok and YouTube, blank, my favorite apps or applications. Comment your answers. Is it is, are, were, or will? All right. So TikTok and YouTube. So again, kapag more than one, that is already plural. So dalawa na, TikTok and YouTube. So it's are. So next, we will be having countable nouns. So countable is yung nabibilang, right? So nouns that can be counted. So ano ba, for example, yung apple. Pwedeng isa lang yung apple, pwedeng dalawa yung apple, pwedeng tatlo, pwedeng anim, pwedeng 1,000,000. It's up to you. It's countable. You have yung itlog. Pwedeng isa yung itlog, pwedeng dalawa. and so much more. We have here, ano ba? Yeah, you have a cup that's countable. Basta yung anything na nabibilang nyo, guys. So again, this is just a review, okay? If it's easy for you, then it's better. So that's countable. And of course, yung kasalungat niya naman is the uncountable. So these are the things na, yes, you can touch, you can feel, you can see, pero hindi mo nabibilang. So usually, yan yung, for example, rice, yung tubig. Ewan ko kapag binibilang mo yung tubig, I mean, problema mo yan. You have air, fire, ano pa ba? Yung buhok, it's of course uncountable. Binibilang niyo yung buhok niyo. Sand, ano yan? Buhangin. Yeah. So, uncountable. Kapag uncountable, guys, it's usually in singular form. Okay? Katulad niyo yan. Single, singular. So, for example, we'll talk about coffee. You don't say, oh, the coffee are. The coffees are. Kasi marami yung kape. It's not like that. Kasi yung kape, it's uncountable. So, most of the time, it's in singular form. Okay? There are ways na mapaplural natin siya kapag you put it in something. So, for example, yung tubig, hindi siya countable, di ba? Hindi naman natin nabibilang yung tubig. Pero kapag ilagay mo siya sa baso or sa cups, so you can say, I drank, or sa glass, you can say, I drank 3 glasses of water. Yung binibilang mo is yung glass. Okay? You cannot say, I drank 3 waters. Okay? Because, kasi nga, hindi siya countable. So, you count something else. Alright. Next one. So, let's apply right away. First sentence is, wow, your birthday cake blank good. Is it tastes or taste? Comment your answers. So, ganito guys. This is another technique. Kapag yung subject is singular, palaging merong is yung verb niya. Okay? Palaging merong letter S. Ano ba na is ko na? Kapag yung subject singular, you'll always have a letter S sa last part ng verb. So for example, yung is, Jenny is, Jenny was, Jenny has, Jenny does. So lahat sila merong letter S, right? Jenny reads, Jenny writes. So kapag singular yung subject, yung nakasunod sa kanya, palaging may S, or palaging nagtatapos ng letrang S. That's another technique to remember. So dun nyo rin malalaman when to use does, has, is, was. Yeah, kasi S is for singular. So here, your birthday cake, actually, believe it or not, pero yung cake, guys, it's uncountable. Okay? Katulad ng bread. Hindi mo sasabihin, you can never hear from anywhere, oh, you have 3 cakes? Right? It's no. You can say 3 pieces of cake, 3 layers of cake, but you never say 3 cakes because it's uncountable. Same with bread, right? Ah, you're eating 2 breads. No, it's just funny. So 2 loaves of bread, 2 pieces of bread, pwede. But just the bread itself, it's uncountable, okay? So dito, it's just your birthday cake. So it's uncountable. It's mostly singular. Yung answer natin is letter A. Okay? So again, kapag singular yung isang bagay, there's a possibility na yung kasunod niya, usually merong yes. Okay? Your birthday cake tastes good. Kailan ba yung birthday niyo? Baka naman merong invitation dyan. Yung sa akin is medyo malayo pa. Okay. Panloloko niya sa akin, ma'am. Uncountable. Oh, so sad. Bakit ka naman nagpapaloko ng hindi mabilang na beses? Huwag tayong tatanga-tanga. Guys, niloko ka 1 time, 2nd time, 3rd time, that's the choice na. Alam na ng tao na sinasaktan ka niya, but they're still doing it. Huwag magpa-uncountable na loko. Okay? Maawa ka sa sarili mo. So, water blank essential to life? Okay, sagutan na lang natin. So, water is essential to life. Alright? Water is essential to life. Next, we have the concrete nouns. Hindi yung semento, okay? If you say now a concrete noun, pwede mong makita, you can touch, you can feel, pwede mong mahawakan itong aking cup. This is a concrete noun, no? Yung mga taong mahal mo na hindi mo imagination, pwede mong makita, pwede mong hawakan, you can hug, you can kiss. No, meron ito, this is concrete noun. Ano pa ba yung mga computer, yung lamesa, it's a concrete noun, okay? So lahat ng nahahawakan, nakikita mo, or you can feel it, it's concrete. Okay? Now, ano naman yung opposite niya is the abstract noun. So ano naman yung abstract? Hindi mo nakikita at lalong hindi mo nahawakan. Multo yan, ma'am. Depende. So actually, abstract, it's just an idea. Okay? So always remember, an abstract noun is always in singular form. Okay? So for example, kapag sabihin ng friendship, nakikita at nahawakan mo ba yun? Respect. Nakikita at nahawakan mo ba yung love, di ba? Hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin sa jowa mo, sobrang bigat na ng aking love, kunin mo, right? It's an idea, it's a feeling. So you cannot physically see it or touch it, okay? You don't always say, my love are so big. Kasi sobrang dami mong pagmamahal. So it's always my love is, okay? So kapag concrete, nakadepende siya. It can be singular, it can be plural. Kasi nabibilang mo naman, nahahawakan. But if it's abstract, it is always in singular form. Okay? It's always in singular form. There could be exceptions, but most of the time it's in singular form. So ano ba ba? Respect, power. Ano pa ba yung mga ideas, guys? Loyalty, faithfulness. So yon, mga abstract yon. You cannot see, you cannot touch it, it's just an idea. So there's always a question na, yung halaga ko, ma'am, hindi ko makita. Ay, ewan ko sa inyo. There's always a question, ma'am, what about air? Is it concrete or abstract? So air is not an idea, okay? Talagang, if you turn on the electric fan, grabe naman kapag hindi mo na-feel yung air. Napakamanhin mo naman. So you can actually feel air, di ba? Pwede mo nga ipasok sa ano. But, yeah, abstract noun, it's just an idea, okay? So air is concrete. There you go. Next, we have, ito rin yung nakakalito. So I only included those parts of grammar na usually malilito tayo, okay? Before kasi, I have like prolonged discussions sa mga, many things. But now, yeah, just the important ones. So collective nouns refers to some sort of group or collective. So yung of people, animals, things, nakadepende, okay? So normally, or most of the time, it is also singular, or normally not treated as plural. So for example, you have a crowd, government, team, gang, staff, band, orchestra. So kahit na, for example, yung band, kahit na, or yung team, yung basketball team. For example, yung Nuggets. So there are a lot of players in the Denver Nuggets, but yung team is just one team. So it's considered as a collective noun. So singular siya. Okay? All right. So let's proceed right away with the application. Comment your answers, everyone. My fear of deep waters, blank, immeasurable. Is it A or B? All right. So correct answer is, ano ba yung subject natin dito? It's fear, right? Yung takot niya. Yung takot niya. So, takot is abstract, right? Hindi mo naman nakikita yung takot mo. Hindi ka naman ginagalaw ng takot mo. Hindi mo naman siya. You cannot touch it, right? You cannot hear it. So, yung kinatatakutan mo, yes. Yes. But the fear itself, the feeling itself, it's just an idea. Okay? It's all in your head. So, it's abstract. Our answer is letter A. Okay? My fear is immeasurable. So, hindi nasusukat. So, guys, mathematics, blank, my favorite subject when I was a kid. Is it was or were? So, correct answer is, sometimes, yung ibang subjects, pwede kang maloko. Kasi yung mathematics, meron siyang letter S sa panghuli. So, mag-expect tayo na baka plural, right? I'm sure mathematics is quite identifiable. Sometimes it could be a book title. So for example, may title sa libro na nagsasabing the fault in our stars. So it's stars. Yeah, nako, plural, marami. So you will use are or were, di ba? But it's just one book, The Fault in Our Stars. So sometimes you have to also pay attention to that, okay? So for example, yung mathematics, kahit na S yung last letter niya, it's not plural, okay? Ganyan lang talaga yung pangalan niya. So there are also names like that. For example, Genesis, right? So anyway, our answer is was. So colonies of ants blank on top of each other. Is it piles or pile? Comment your answers. Colony of ants. So parang grupo ng mga langgam, right? Yung langgam sa Bisaya is iba yun. But yeah, grupo ng mga ants. But here, it's not just a colony. It's colonies. So ibig sabihin, madami sila. Okay? It's the same with the teams. So for example, one team, two teams. So yung two teams, of course, dalawang teams na yun, plural na yung gagamitin mo. Okay? So dito, colonies na eh. So kapag colony lang, yes, it's singular. But colonies, it's already plural. So just pay attention to that one, okay? Yun nga yung first tip ko when it comes to answering grammar. Just, understand the structure, okay? If you get yung pinaka-basic or kapag nakuha mo talaga yung foundation, then you're good to go. Okay? All right. So, the colonies of ants pile on top of each other. Ano yun? Kapag singular, merong letter S sa huli. Palagi. But if it's plural, then wala naman. Now, let's continue. Now, let's practice your pronouns. Ano ba yung pronouns? Sila yung pwedeng pumalit sa nouns. So, for example, ako si Jenny. That's a noun, si Jenny. But, kapag gagamitan mo ng pronoun, you can use she. So, she is pronoun na yun. Okay? So, let's have this one. My friend and I ran into a friend of. Comment your answers. What word do you think is missing? Okay. So, here, my friend and I ran into a friend of. Yung mine is okay kasi yung hinahanap natin dito is possessive pronouns, okay? Possessive pronouns. So, ibig sabihin, something that you own or pagmamayari. Mine is grammatically correct, kaya lang dito, merong my friend and I eh. Hindi lang ako. Kapag sabihin ko, I lang, then you can use mine. I ran into a friend of mine. But dito, you also have your friend. So, my friend and I, kaming dalawa, we ran into a friend of namin. It's ours. Okay? My friend and I ran into a friend of ours. Okay? All right. Right. Now, let's proceed. Lechon, blank is my favorite food, is the best. So, lechon, blank is my favorite food, is the best. Dito yung hinahanap natin is relative pronoun. So, lechon, which is my favorite food, is the best. Okay? Lechon, which is. So, for example, yung whose, that, who, whom, they are what we call the relative pronouns. So, it relates back to the subject. Which is. Yung which dyan, it's a representation of lechon. Okay? So, yung lechon, yung favorite food ko is the best. Okay. Dito, bibigyan ko kayo ng hint. Mismo. Ako na mismo. So, I taught blank how to play the guitar. So, tinuturuan mo yung, we're looking for a reflexive pronoun here. Tinuturuan mo yung sarili mo how to play. What is the correct pronoun here? Yung tawag natin dito ay reflexive. I taught blank how to play the guitar. So, pwede din naman na, ibang pronoun, right? Pwede naman I taught him how to play, I taught her. That's also okay. Okay? But dito, we're looking for reflexive. I taught myself. She was careful not to cut herself with a knife. So yung pronouns na may self, 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 that's a reflective. So bumabalik sa subject. So she was careful not to cut herself with a knife. I taught myself how to play. So ako na mismo nagturo sa sarili ko. Okay? Alright, it's not so hard. Let's keep going. Do not share my secret to blank. Do not share my secret to blank. Feel ko nawala yung slide here. So comment your answers. Which do you think is the correct answer? Yung hinahanap natin dito is indefinite. So, guys, if you say indefinite pronoun, you are not referring to anyone, okay? So, usually, yung may mga everybody, nobody, so tawag natin doon ay indefinite pronoun. So, each one, anyone, no one, everything, nothing, they are indefinite. You're not referring to someone. You're not specific, okay? Do not share my secret to anyone. But grammatically, yung answers nyo, tama naman. Right? Do not share my secret to others. It's also correct. Okay? Just that we're looking for the indefinite. Alright, so much for that. We're done with the pronouns. Now, let's move on to, this is a quite challenging one. Prepositions. So, yung in, on, kailan ba gagamitin yun? Alright. So, let's start. So, you use in if the term is generalized or mas malaki yung scope na pinag-uusapan natin, okay? Let's start with the time. So, you use in for centuries. So, for example, you will say in the 1900s. You don't say on or at the 1900s, okay? It's usually in. If you're talking about centuries or 100 years, yung centuries, di ba tama? Decades naman, I think it's 10 years. So in 1890, in 1999, if you're talking about years in general, mas malaki siya. So we use in, okay? So what year were you born? It's up to you. In 1999, in 2000. Right now, we are in 2023. So kapag taon, you use in, okay? You also use in for months. So, in July, in August, in January. Kapag seasons naman, you also use in. In winter, in summer, in autumn, in fall. Of course, kapag weeks. So, I will see you in 2 weeks. In a week. So, usually kapag malaki yung time scope, it's always in. Okay? You don't use, it's my birthday at August or on August. It's in August. Okay? Alright. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. You guys can ask. Kapag makita ko yung tanong, I will address. Okay? Although I cannot answer all. Kasi baka hindi ko makita or talagang hindi ko alam yung sagot. Okay. But we can always ask each other. So, anyway. Let's proceed. Kapag in, it's still bigger. So, for example, place. So, countries, right? So, if we use a country, syempre, malaki yan. So, in the Philippines, in Japan, or kapag cities naman yung pinag-uusapan natin, in Tokyo, in Cebu City, in Manila, you don't say on Manila or at Manila, okay? If it's big, it's a country, it's a city, always use in, okay? If we run through more specific, kapag yung isang bagay is nasa loob or if it's inside, you also use in, okay? So, in the box, in the closet, something like that. Kasi, yun na nga eh. Like, I always use this as an example. Yung mga classmates ko kasi, they are major in English. And sobrang talino nila mag-English. Like, super. Lagi silang they always correct other people. So, if we attend an event, tapos merong host, and the host will say, okay, let's call in stage our speaker. So, if you say in stage, it's technically not right. Kasi, ibig sabihin, papasok siya sa loob ng stage, right? So, it's just a platform. that should be on. So, i-discuss natin yan after this, okay? But anyway, now let's focus on in. If it's general or bigger, kahit na time or a place, always use in, okay? So far, yung na-mention ko, yun naman yung importante. Okay. Oh, in the hotel. O, nasa loob ng hotel. Inside. In the box. In the closet. Now, when do we use on? So, kapag more specific or mas maliit na scope. Okay? So, let's start with the time. So, days, mas specific na yan, you use on. Okay? I will work on Monday. You cannot say in Monday. It's on Monday. Okay? Or very specific date. So, actually, ito yung birthday ko, on August 12. Christmas Day is on December 25th. New Year's Day is on January 1st. So, on, kapag meron ka ng specific date. Kapag month lang, it's in August. Pero kapag may date na, it will be on August 12. Okay? Kapag place naman, it's specific. So, on the main street, or kung saan street ba, basta it's specific. And then, here you are, if it's on the surface of something. So, di ba yung, need ko talaga ng box every time I discuss this. Oh, I have a box. Teka lang. At walang laman yung box. So lucky, guys. Alright, so nandito yung aking glasses. Kapag in, then nasa loob ng box. So, my glasses are in the box, right? But we use on if it's on the surface. Ano ba yung surface? Nasa ibabaw. So, like this, we use on. Okay? Now, my glasses are on the box. So, yung sa ibabaw ng mesa, sa ibabaw ng stage, sa ibabaw ng kung saan man ibabaw. So, you use on, okay? Kaya nga yung song, di ba? On top of the world. So, kapag merong surface, it's on, okay? Kaya nga, we will say, oh, di ba? Our exam is on June 17. Sobrang talino. So, kaya nga, kapag merong host, like, I would like to call on stage, it's on stage. Kasi kapag sabihin mong in stage, so papasok siya sa ilalim ng stage. So, it's just the surface, it should be on. Okay. Now, let's proceed. At naman, ito na talaga yung pinaka, very, 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 very specific. So, kapag yung in, taon, buwan, weeks, yung on naman is dates, yung at, it's specific time. So, at 1 o'clock, I will meet you at 3:30 p.m. So, talagang oras na sobrang specific na. And then, kapag place, kapag may specific address ka, always use at, okay? I am at the Mactan International Airport. I am at Marriott Hotel. So, kapag specific na yung place, kapag talagang may pangalan na, it's at your doorstep. Very specific na yan. So, we use at, okay? Of course, kapag sa time naman, if we're talking about an hour, at yan, okay? Hindi mo sabihin, in 3 p.m. or on 3 p.m. It's always at 3 p.m. Okay? All right. So, that's it. That's preposition. So, depende lang siya sa scope. Basta malaki yung in. On, it's smaller. And then, very specific naman yung at. Now, hindi ko na-include. Oh, it's okay. I will discuss that one later. So, for modes of transportation, paano ba yung bus, yung jeep, yung car? What preposition do we use? Just remember this, guys. If you're able to stand and walk, you use on. Okay? So, on the train, on the plane, on the ship, on the bus. If you're able to stand, kapag nakakatayo ka at nakakalakad ka naman, use on. Kapag hindi ka nakatayo, like stand straight, for example, yung jeep, lalo na yung traditional jeep natin, of course, pagpasok natin, nakabow tayo, di ba? So, use in, okay? In the jeep, in the car. Hindi ko alam kung nakakatayo kayo sa loob ng car. Anyway, wala naman akong car. But we can't stand and walk straight sa loob ng sasakyan, right? So, it's in the car, okay? Again, kapag nakakatayo ka at nakakalakad ka, use on, okay? Pero kung hindi naman, pumasok ka at umupo, use in, okay? Tapos, meron talagang mga tanong na, ano yun, ma'am, paano po pag si Dagul, yung pumasok sa jeep, nakakalakad naman siya. Ewan ko sa inyo. Of course, in grammatical rules, there are always exceptions. Hindi naman yung math na talagang ito lang yung gumagana. Ito lang yung pwede, okay? The rules can have exceptions, okay? But generally, yun, okay? If you're able to stand and walk, it's on, okay? If you get inside and sit down, use in, okay? Okay. Sino taga Manila dyan? Here in Cebu, we don't have trains. So, hindi pa ako nakasakay ng train. But, nakakatayo at nakakalakad naman tayo, so it's on the train. Okay? Now, let's proceed to, it's your turn, finally. Makakainom na ako ng tubig. So, the speaker was called blank the ricer to do his presentation. Is it A, B, or C? Comment your answers. Correct answer is on. Yay! Kasi ricer, it's like a platform, para din siyang maliit na stage. So the speaker was called on the ricer to do his presentation. Sa ibabaw ng ricer. Okay, let's proceed. I will meet you. Oy, sana all. Blank 12 midnight. Is it in, on, or at? Comment your answers. Oh, hello. So I will meet you at 12 midnight. You're very specific. It's letter C. Okay. Hello, Sir Tiben. Now let's proceed. I saw you blank the bus earlier. Nako, buti na lang at hindi kita nakita sa bus. Hindi ko ito masasagutan. Okay. So is it in, on, or at? Comment your answers. Okay. Correct answer is I saw you. Nakakalakad ka sa bus, nakakatayo ka, it's on. Okay? I saw you on the bus earlier. Okay? I saw you on the bus earlier.